Hey guys, so today we're talking top 5 national parks. Today I'm actually wearing my Bryce Canyon National Park shirt, which is the park I just got engaged at a couple months ago. So, hey y'all. Anyways, top 5 national parks. We'll talk about Bryce Canyon a different day. The national park system in the US actually spans 84 million acres. There's a total of 62 parks now. We added a couple in the last couple years. There are actually national parks all over the world. I personally try and visit at least one national park in every country that I visit. Today we're going to strictly talk about the US parks and we'll cover 5 of them. So let's get started. First one, Yellowstone National Park. This is the park that started it all. It was established as America's first national park in 1872. It is one of the most recognizable parks in the world. Who hasn't at some point thought to themselves, I have to go see Old Faithful at some point in my life, right? Well, there is so much more to Yellowstone than just Old Faithful. There are all of the geysers, there's the hot springs, there's the lush forest, there's super deep canyons, and my personal favorite is the wildlife that's there. Between the grizzly bears, the elk, the bison, the antelope, there are just all sorts of adorable deadly little creatures roaming around. Yellowstone is truly a park you have to see at least one time in your life, but I'm sure you'll want to go back and visit some more. So, the second park we're going to talk about today is my personal favorite park. It is called Grand Teton National Park. Now, it is actually just south of Yellowstone National Park. It's significantly smaller. It's about 140 miles south of Yellowstone, and it's a beautiful drive between the two parks, really. Words cannot describe how beautiful this park is. For me, I love how small it is, how off the grid I can be, yet you are still pretty close to town if you want to go grab a bison burger after a hard day of hiking. This is the park where I actually had my very first grizzly bear and moose interaction, which were both terrifyingly amazing and beautiful in their own right. Now, don't worry if several 100-pound animals close to you aren't really your thing. You can always take a 4-wheel trip or in the caravans that drive around. That way you do feel secure in a vehicle and yet you're still close to the animals and get to see them. So let's bring it down south a little bit. Dry Tortugas National Park. Now, when most people think of national parks, they're thinking woods, they're thinking hiking and camping, but there's actually so much more to the national park system than that. So let's talk beach vacation. Dry Tortugas National Park is a significantly smaller park. It's about 65 miles west of Key West in the southernmost part of Florida. It actually consists of 7 different islands. Yes, there are more islands to the US than just the ones surrounding Hawaii. This park has a beautiful coral reef system surrounding it, which makes it great for scuba diving, snorkeling, and even treasure hunting. There's all sorts of shipwrecks and buried treasure all around the area that people are still searching for. So, go relax on a natural island that's pretty much still untouched by the human hand. Definitely a place to check out on your next Key West vacation as well. So going back out west now, there's Arches National Park near Moab, Utah. Now, if you've never seen the stars under the Utah desert, trust me, you've never seen stars. Arches National Park has about 2,000 natural-made rock arches. Some super itsy-bitsy tiny and other huge, gigantic. Doesn't make sense why they're still standing. Most famously, there is the Delicate Arch, which is actually on the Utah license plates. And there is the Landscape Arch, which some of you may remember from your history books. It was famous for, in 1991, several tourists were standing under the arch and a huge piece of it broke off, and it was captured on video footage. Let's cool it down with a northeastern national park. Acadia National Park is located on the Atlantic coast in Maine. The park encompasses the tallest mountain on the eastern coastline called Cadillac Mountain. It's actually one of the most earliest places you can see the sunrise in the US in the morning. So if sunrises, lighthouses, rocky coastlines tickle your fancy, this is definitely the park for you. So those are just 5 of my favorite national parks. I would love to help you and your family plan your next national park trip. Camping, RVing, glamping, whichever it is, go ahead, shoot me an email at kendra@neversettletravels.com or find me on Facebook or Instagram on Never Settle Travels. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.